time as well. It was a good team effort.
I'll have a strong, smooth, creamy latte.
Be your own barista at Coles Express. Award-winning Coles Urban coffee culture from just $1. Express yourself at Coles Express.
But for Ballarat, as you said, it's a make-or-break game for them as well. They want to try and keep in touch with finals, making sure that they make it into the finals too. Likewise, their women. And the squad they've got right now is a finals prospect team here from the Miners.
Yeah, they've certainly got some talent. They've got NBL 1 talent in Sapwell and Nick. They've got up-and-coming players in GAC. And they've got some interesting younger players on the roster too. It's a weird mix, but it seems to be a mix that works for them. And they are full of energy. They bring it, they don't back down from anyone, and they play 40 minutes of ball.
Absolutely.
That's going to be what worries me with our Tigers, is can they play it for 40 minutes? Because they're best. They compete with any team for any stretch. But they don't always do it for 40 minutes.
No, not at all. So we'll see how they go this afternoon as well. And for the Tigers, try and get themselves off the bottom of the table if they can, because the Wildcats have had a massive second half of the season too, and they're the only team that could potentially as well, and even the Rangers too, who are the bottom three teams. If the Tigers can win today as well, they will get them off the bottom of the table, and the Rangers will be on the bottom of the men's division.
Yeah, the Eltham one surprised me. We commentated their game together, and I said, look, there's no shame in losing to Eltham. They're probably going to be a playoff team.
Yeah.
And if you look at their roster, they're paying way too many NBL-level players to be that low. There's going to be a massive shake-up with Eltham in the off-season for what is a very disappointing season for a team that I imagine thought they were going to be top 4 going in.
Looking forward to watching a lot of these players this afternoon from a Ballarat Miners perspective too. We know that Pozoglu's been fantastic. Jordan Lingard's been really good this season as well. I've really liked watching Cohen Sapwell and Zach Dunmore from afar as well.
Yeah, Cohen Sapwell is strong. And the way he uses it is impressive.
Yeah.
You watch the way he just bullies through a guard, and you're just... There's weight classes out here.
Almost ready for the opening tip here for the men's game between the Tigers and the Miners. And, well, as I said, for the women's game, the last 2 games for these 2 teams, for the Tigers, an away trip to see the Spectres, who are out of finals contention next Saturday night, and then against the Frankston Blues, who are in finals contention next Sunday here at home. And for Ballarat, it doesn't get any easier for them because they've got to take on Mount Gambier and Bendigo. So to start the opening tip very, very shortly here. Give you the starting 5, so both sides very shortly too. For the Miners, the starting 5 this afternoon is Bungai, Dunmore, Pozoglu, Lingard and William Hines. And for the Tigers, they're going with Michael Wern, Felix Von Hoff, Simon Bradbury, Mason Gase, Taj Shahal, who's essentially been nothing more than the starting 5 for the majority of this season, these 5 as well. And it's going to be good to see what they can do this afternoon. Felix will be in for a big game. Simon Bradbury was good last week, really shutting down Nicholas Tata and Poch, who was very quiet after quarter time. If I do say so myself, Poch, which is very unlike Poch because we know how good he is as a player, Poch.
Yeah, and an interesting one is Nick Pozoglu used to play here for Tigers in the first year of NBL 1. So it's somewhat of a homecoming for him.
Opening tip here, Miners, Tigers. Start things off, kick off, early 4 here for Dunmore. He misses on the first shot. Von Hoff mops up with the rebounds. Bounce to the front court is Felix. Got Pozoglu to deal with. Turns that ball over. Dunmore's going to use his speed to his advantage. Puts it in and will go back to do the 1.
Sign number 7.
Sign number 1 for the men's game.
No, it's a roll on a day.
Okay.
It's number 7.
Yep. And again, the speed of Zach Dunmore is second to none. He's a good fast break player, Zach Dunmore.
Yeah, and it was great hands by Nick to tap it out from Felix. I think Felix thought Taj was just going to grab it, so he didn't run to the ball. But it's those little breakdowns that are going to cost them the game.
First points going the way of the Miners. 3-0, 9:33 left in the first. Wern to Shahal. Over to Gaze, to Von Hoff. Over the top now to Bradbury. Kicks it off to Wern. Wern from three-point land. Oh, can't get that to go down.
It was a good shot, though, and it looked nice.
Hopefully the Tigers don't emulate last week's first quarter, which, again, it's almost mirroring what happened last week. The Rangers got out to a 14-0 lead, and Ballarat are already up 5-0 with 9 minutes to go in the first. So hopefully it doesn't emulate similar to what it was last week. However, the Tigers got the 12-point win over the Rangers in the end after a 34-point third quarter. So what they can do here. Shahal from outside for three. Misses on the shot there.
I tell you what, Dunmore's quicker than he looks. That's sneaky athleticism.
Lingard. Bungai. On top there. Going to bounce pass in for Dunmore for another point. And Dunmore draws his foul.
And he's got all of their points. He just, like, even then, he casually back cuts and just explodes. And he gets a lot higher than you would think. As somebody who tries to judge somebody's jump as when to defend, that's sneaky.
Yep. Here's Zach Dunmore. Hits the first one. -6. Dunmore up to 6.
And Gazy's already up. The over-under on Andrew Gaze sitting on the bench, 10 seconds.
Dunmore is now 7 points minus on 7 points. Quick start for them. Good hustle there from William Hine. Couldn't keep the ball in. There's Von Hoff over to Bradbury. Over to Wern. To Gaze. Back to Michael Wern. Quick kick off to Von Hoff. Here's Felix in the corner for 2 points. Can't get that one to go down. Rebound. Guess who? Zach Dunmore. Finds Bungai.
The Tigers are actually playing okay. They're just having little breakdowns.
Dunmore and Lingard gets the 2 points. So Dunmore up to 7. Lingard gets 2. Gaze has had enough and he calls a timeout. They're down 9-0 with 8 minutes left in the first.
Yeah, it's probably a really good timeout. They've just come out a bit shell-shocked. They just need to settle, know their scout, and they'll be fine.
It's a good start from the Miners, and we knew that they were going to try and get the early jump on the Tigers. But again, you're shocked on how fast and how frenetic Zach Dunmore can be, and he's really proven and really shown it this afternoon.
Yep. I think even players out there are a little bit shocked at how quick he is. But Tigers have had a good couple looks. They just haven't dropped. Basketball's a game of runs. Hopefully that timeout kills off the Miners' run, and they'll be fine. Gaze is drawing something up. Let's see what they come out with.
We'll keep you abreast across what is happening on the other games as well. And it was a big win for the Ringwood Hawks over Waverley in the women. So in what was supposed to be one of the games of the round, speaking of shell-shocked, I think the Falcons were shell-shocked in the end, weren't they, Jay?
Yeah. That one I would not have put money on being a blowout.
Yeah, man, and they're currently out on court right now. And, well, it's a reverse of fortunes because the Falcons are up 5-2. As we're back here at MSAC for this one. Miners 9-0, under 8 minutes left. Gaze to Shahal. Back to Gaze. Bradbury to Wern. Might go inside for Gaze, opted not to. Von Hoff, top of the key, decided he's going to go in himself. Good block off there by Pozoglu, and away go the Miners. Here's Dunmore, Bungai. Lingard, Pozoglu. Former Tiger over to Bungai. Kicks it off to Lingard for 3. Oh, no way. Jordan Lingard.
Even Jordan Lingard's surprised that went down. He wasn't aiming for the bank, but the bank was open.
Shahal to Wern. Gaze. Von Hoff back to Mason Gaze for 3. Misses on the shot. O-board there for Felix. Hands off to Shahal for 3. Tosh breaks the duck. And the Tigers get their first points of the afternoon through Tosh Shahal.
Hopefully that opens the water gates.
William Hine. Pozoglu. Bungai back over to Pozoglu. He kicks that off to Dunmore over the William Hine for 3. He misses on that one. Tried to do the tap in there was Bungai. He missed on the opportunity there, and away go the Tigers. Wern, Von Hoff to Gaze. Inside for Bradbury. He kept his footing. Well done there by Bradbury. Gaze. Here's Felix. Gaze in the corner for 3. Can't hit that one to go down.
Yeah, that was a bit of a tough one.
Here's Bungai. And it's good. So Preston Bungai's game, 2 points will count.
I
and
would
he'll
have
go to
thought
line for
that
the
was
extra.
on the floor myself.
And that's Michael Wern's first personal foul of the afternoon. And Bungai's free throw is good. So they're back to leading by a dozen at the moment, the Miners. We're ticking to 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Von Hoff. Bradbury, Gaze. And again, the Miners, they know what's at stake here. A shot at being part of the NBL 1 South Final Series. Shahal, that's good, that's clean there. Deep 2 there for Tar Shahal. And
yep.
speaking of Zach Dunmore, he got the first 7 points of the Miners score. Tar Shahal's got the first 5 points of the Tigers score. Lingard. Dunmore got that from Hine. In for Bungai. Thinking to go to Pazoglu. Bungai in the corner. Good wingspan reach there from Bradbury and away.
Yeah, it must be nice to be tall.
He's Wern. Kicks that off beautifully. Shahal. Von Hoff for 3. Much better from Felix. Much better.
It was a great pass as well. You put it right in his shot pocket. All he had to do was go straight up.
Bungai, Pazoglu. Gets it, Lingard on the wing. Finds Preston Bungai. Kicks that off beautifully to Lingard. Lingard can't complete that one. He'll get the ball back though. Tap there from William Hine. Here's Dunmore, who did a lot of damage in the first 2 minutes and gave that ball up to Mason Gaze.
Yeah, Mason was very surprised, and Felix's reaction was the same. It just went straight into Mason's hands. He was like, huh?
I'll take it. There'll be a foul there. Lockie Chinnick's going to come in. He's going to come in for his first minutes of the afternoon, Chinnick. This Gage is going to go to the line for the extras. First one was good fair from Gaze. And speaking of which, here's Cohen Sapwell, Jay.
Yeah, and he's an intriguing player and prospect. I'm excited to see what he can bring today.
5 points is the margin in favour of the Miners. Tigers have clawed their way back. Sapwell, good work there over to Dean Gack, and Gack gets it in. As Amos Brook is about to check in for his first minutes. Likewise, David Crisp. So the Miners really using their substitutions and bringing on their plays here. Chinook over to Felix. Felix for 3. Missing the shot, and William Hine could just watch that ball go out of bounds.
And you've got Bo Cossack from the Tigers jumping in as well.
As Brooks and Chris come in for the Miners, and Cossack coming in for the Tigers.
Bo's extremely athletic, so I am quite interested to see if he can give us a highlight play.
Hine, Brooks to Crisp, Sapwell. Bello going with the next string of 5s. Here's Cossack going in. Might be going coast to coast. He's drawn his foul well there, Bo Cossack, but that's good there for the Tigers.
Yeah, problem is he couldn't quite collect it to go up, so it's going to be a baseline ball. So it's kind of a smart foul there by Ballarat, because he would have gone straight up if given another second.
Von Hoff kicks off to Wern. Wern for 3, misses on the shot. Gack's going to try and get it, and Chinook, unfortunately, is going to be...
Bit of a late call, but it was certainly there.
Yep. Bad luck there for Lockie Chinook.
Checking into the game, number 12, Luke Van Ryn.
As Van Ryn's back in for his first minutes, I should say, of this game.
2 fouls in very quick succession. Lockie Chinook he's a bit over eager. I think he's trying to prove that he can play at this level, and he's just getting a bit handsy and a bit over eager. I'm sure if he settles in a second or two, he'll be fine.
He's been really, really good for the Tigers at Big V this season.
Yeah, he's one of their youth league standouts, which is why he's here and proving he deserves a spot. He's just got to play his game, not over worry about the level.
As the Myers extended out now to a 9-point lead. Von Hoff. Von Hoff, Cossack. Bo Cossack gets it in. Did well in the end. Crisp can't get that one to go down. Van Ryn decides to grab it himself, and away go to Tigers through Michael Wern. Van Ryn over now to Von Hoff.
That's good.
The Dutchman is doing well there, Jay.
It left his hand, and I knew it was down.
3 points for Felix. Ball's in the hands of Amos Brooks.
Ooh, big man with a Euro. Okay.
Wern, Van Hoff. He's coming in for his first minutes, Lucas Impey. And coming out is Nicholas Pazoglu. Cossack. Over to Wern. Kicks that off beautifully to Van Ryn for 3.
And the Tigers have pulled this back into a ball game.
And the former Spectre is really flourishing the fact that he gets more minutes playing for the Tigers in the second half of this season, Jay.
Yeah, he can shoot. That's for damn sure.
Dengak. Travel caught there on Deng.
Bo's activity on defense is great to watch. He's so athletic and so quick that he just pressures players into making mistakes.
Van Ryn over to Shahal. We tick into the last 2 minutes of the first quarter. The Tigers, you said, Jade, have crawled their way back into this one. Gaze!
That could have easily been an and one.
They've woken up the Tigers after being shell-shocked. Impey to Chris for 3. Cancels out the 2-pointer there for Gaze and extends it now to a 3-point lead.
Yeah, it was only a 2. His tiptoes were on the line.
Chinook over now to Gaze. Cossack. Van Ryn. Bit too much there for Shahal. Chinook comes off. Von Hoff comes back on. Minute 20 left in the first. The 3-point buffer. Impey to Gak. Crisp. Gak. Sapwell back over to Crisp. Might use Brooks as a moving screen. Brooks had a few plays to contend with there. And away goes Mason Gaze. Gaze puts it in. Cuts it back to 1.
Gaze is fighting for a lot of contact for some of these finishes, but great to see him make them.
Sapwell rolls in. Hits it. 50 seconds left.
Been a high-scoring quarter.
And after letting Ballard score the first 12 points of the game, the Tigers have really answered back, haven't they, Jay? As Kosiak get that one to go in. Brooks, Sapwell. Cohen Sapwell going to try and go in. The 2 points is good.
As I said pre-game, Cohen Satwell is like a boulder going downhill. He is strong. He fought through a lot of contact there and still made it quite easily.
Von Hoff fakes the three. Ball goes out, stays with the Tigers. 2.9 seconds left, and one last opportunity for the Tigers to get a score before quarter time. It will be Gaze to inbound the ball.
They'll be looking for a triple.
Von Hoff kicks that off. Three, hits it! Felix says sit down. We've got a game on our hands now. And the Miners only lead by 2.
Yeah, it's been a great quarter, and both teams have come to play. This will be exciting to see if the Tigers can keep this up for 4 quarters, and then it just becomes who wants it more in the last dying minutes.
And I think we're expecting the real response there from the Tigers. Beautiful start for the Miners, but the Tigers found a second gear after really their first time out, Jay.
Yeah, look, they came out and got punched in the mouth, and they fought back, which is impressive to see. They're not going to lie down and call it over. Let's see what they've got.
27-25 at quarter time. We'll go around the grounds very, very shortly as well, just to see how the other teams are going. There's 2 more games on right now as we speak. One on KO, which is the game between Waverley and Ringwood. And it's currently 21-17 in favour of the Falcons in that one by 4 points. While the Frankston Blues are up by 3, 19-16 over Kilsyth.
That Frankston-Kilsyth game would be one to keep an eye on. There's a lot of athletes on both sides there. The Waverley one will be quite an interesting result, I'd say. I think Waverley probably take it, but it's going to be a push.
It is indeed. So let's start the second quarter here at MSAC. And speaking of games on our hands, we've got a game. What are the stats telling you right now at the end of quarter number 1?
Ballarat got their entire roster through in the first quarter, and Melbourne got 9 players through, so they're certainly running through the subs. There's not a lot in it. There's just Tigers taking more triples, but making more triples, so they're staying in. Let's see what happens. This is a really even game, and I'm really excited to see who pulls away.
Van Ryan gets us to go and start the second term here. Shahal, Gaze, Von Hoff, Cossack, who was fantastic in that first quarter, back to Van Ryan. Shahal, Cossack gets that ball back in, tries to go for Van Ryan, a bit too much power on the pass there. Gazy agrees. And Zach Dunmore's going to run up the floor, kicks it off to Hines from outside at the moment, sticking with outside the perimeter. Bungai, Lingard, and it'll stay with the Miners, and Jordan Lingard will bring the ball back in. No, he will not. It'll be Preston Bungai. He's going to do it instead. He's a smart player, isn't he, Bungai?
Yeah, and he's very tall for a guard position.
He's William Hine, kept his footing, travel caught on William Hine in the end. Inbound there from Van Ryan, Shahal. So we head up the floor again, Von Hoff. Kosyak. Van Ryan. Six seconds on the shot clock. Von Hoff.
Go to the hole.
Staying with the Tigers.
That
Felix is asking for a bit of contact there.
As much as I don't want him to get a tech there, he's got a real right to complain.
Reynolds about to check in for his first minutes too, by the way, Jay, very, very shortly.
He's got to be careful. He will get tech soon.
I wouldn't be surprised if Gazy yells shut up again to him. On the floor, Shahal for 3. Trying to get that to go.
Kept alive by Bo.
Cossack did very well there. Van Ryan for 3. Tigers in front. Hine kicks it off to Bungai. Lingard, Pazoglu. Back over to William Hine. Lingard. Lingard's going to go in and put the Miners back in front. No, he's not. He might get the ball back. He won't. Van Ryan did very well there. And away go the Tigers. And Ryan Von Hoff. In a good spot. Shahal for 3. Touch! Can't get it to go in, though.
That was a pass by Felix, though. He threaded the needle.
Bungai to Lingard. Back over to Dunmore, who did a lot of damage in the first part of that quarter. And Krashiak's going to be called for that foul there on Zachary Dunmore.
Yeah. I don't think he really expected Dunmore to pull up there, so he jumped and then kind of just had nowhere to go.
Reynolds on for his first minutes. Van Ryan's going to come off for a spell. Luke Van Ryan's been fantastic since coming on in that first quarter.
Yeah, Luke can shoot, and that's why he moved over here, was he didn't have a big enough role with Spectres, and he wanted a role here to prove he could do other things. Luke's just got to develop other parts of his game, and he'll definitely be a proper, bigger minute rotational player for an NBL 1 side.
Dunmore ties things up. 8 minutes left. Put the Miners back in front here. Zach Dunmore, can he do so? He does. So the Miners now lead again by 1 point. They lead by as much as 12 in the early going to this first quarter. And the Tigers have pegged it back since then. Von Hoff. Go himself. Can't get it to roll in. Bungai. Couple to deal with. And he's going to the line for 2 is Preston Bungai. Michael Wern's going to come back in for the Tigers. Shahal to take a rest. First shot's good there from Bungai. Margin at 2 points now in favour of the Miners. That second shot is also good there. So margin at 3 in favour of the Miners. 31-28, 7.5 left. Raynor. Steps. Cossack gets it back to Raynor. Gaze, Von Hoff. Felix going to try and find Raynor. Does so. Raynor was thinking 3. Von Hoff had nowhere else to go at that point in time, so he had to shoot it there, Jay.
Yeah.
They'll run out of options.
It was a bailout shot that unfortunately didn't drop.
Bungai for 3. Sinks it.
That ball did not rotate much in the air.
You speak about Miners players who have had damage in both quarters. First quarter was Zach Dunmore. Second quarter, at the moment, looks like it's Preston Bungai who's doing most of the damage. Wern. Von Hoff fakes the 3, kicks it off to Wern. Wern was thinking 3. He might just go with the shot.
He was out of shot clock. He just had to put something up.
A good block in the end there by Wern. And the ball's been turned over again. The hustle was good there. Dunmore had nothing else to do there. Raynor for 3. Beautiful from Harrison Raynor.
There we go. That's better.
And Raynor makes it a 3-point play now. In favour of the Miners. Here's Hine. Good defensive pressure there, and William Hines coughed up a foul there for the Miners. As we see Cohen Satwell coming back in for the Miners. Zach Dunmore is going to take a spell. Von Hoff coming off and Van Ryan back on. 6-10. Gaze. It's up to Raynor. Van Ryan. Back to Raynor. What can Raynor do here? He's got to try and kick it off. Turns that ball over. He found Pazoglu. Tried to go for a jam.
Oh, okay.
Denied.
Bo with the big block.
Cossack to Gaze. Gaze for 3. Tigers tie things up. And Luke Sunderland has had enough.
Bo met him at the rim on that one. God damn.
And Cossack just said, sit down, Pazoglu. I'm going to put you back in your box. And he did so.
I don't know. He got some hops on him because Nick is bouncy himself.
So Luke Sunderland would be very disappointed that the lapse in concentration from the Miners, they've just sort of lost that intensity that we saw in the first 4 minutes of the first quarter. It's just really dropped from the away side at the moment. So
it's a game of runs. Tigers are on one right now,
Yeah.
which is why he's called his timeout. He's trying to kill the momentum and go on their own run. But they're by no means out. This is going to be a tough, hard-fought battle right to the end.
Gazy will be very happy with how they've responded after letting the Miners get the first 12 points of the game.
Yeah. If this Tigers team had turned up all year, we wouldn't be in this scenario. Ballarat are fighting for a playoff spot, and right now Tigers look just as good. If they could have done this year-round, it would have been a much better season.
Yeah. Again, similar to the women. Try and keep this core team together next season. Who knows what they can do as a unit.
You need another big. Bradbury is one bloke, and he's not exactly athletic. You could use an athletic four-man beside him. And you probably need another veteran guard to help mentor all these young guards. Because Werney does it, but there's only one Werney.
Yeah.
Because Felix holds down your power forward or your small forward spots. So you really just need another big and another guard.
He's sat well from outside for the Miners. He misses on the shot. Mopped up by Raynor, and the way go to Tigers. And speaking of young players who are trying to make a name for themselves after playing so well in their Big V squad, Harry Raynor's another one.
Harrison Raynor can play. He's just young and smaller built.
He's hungry as well.
Even sometimes you watch it, he makes a cut like he did there. Okay, he got that foul. But he's just bumped out the way a little bit. He's young, though. He'll beef up.
Yeah. Raynor, Gaze. So over now to Cossack. Cossack, can he get it in? He can. Bo's having some sort of quarter.
No, that's disappointing. If Bo doesn't dunk it, it's just a disappointment.
Bo's having some sort of quarter, though.
Yeah, Bo's looking good.
He's Gak for the Miners. Bungai. Brooks to Crisp. Can David Crisp do the floater? Can it do? No. And Bo again mops up.
Bo's proving why he should have had more minutes this season. He looks really good today.
He's Wern. Bounce pass is good to Bo Cossack. Raynor, Gaze, back to Raynor in the corner. Can Harry Raynor get it to go? He can't. Cossack, can he get it? He mops up, though.
But as complimentary as I have been of Bo, he's a youth league player. He's still learning and developing.
Gaze. Missed on that shot there. So, AJ, go on.
He has an exciting future, and he has a lot of potential.
He's Bungai. Chris Brooks. Over to Cohen Satwell from outside. That's better from Cohen Satwell.
I wouldn't suggest going under that screen. And I think Gazy just said a less PG version of that.
Miners head back in front now by a point. What can the Tigers do now? 3.5 left. They're down by 1. Van Ryn to Gaze. Wern. Over now to Van Ryn for 3. Luke Van Ryn, beautiful 3.
Van Ryn can shoot.
And the Tigers are back in front. Crisp. Gak. Step back. Not good enough. Wern out-muscles Satwell. He did well too there, Mickey Wern. An offensive foul being called on Wern, which he thoroughly disagrees with.
Yeah, but so does everyone.
Lucas Impey comes in for Preston Bungai. Timeout call on the floor.
I can't remember the last time a player was called for an offensive foul and went, you know what, ref, you're right. In the history of the game, there's maybe been one.
As we see a 2-point lead heading to the way of the Tigers. 3 minutes left in the second. It's been a great fight back from the Tigers, hasn't it? Good chats. Well, Jay's busy with looking at the stats really quickly on his phone on the NBL One app. I was quickly talking to myself for during this time out here. It's been a good second quarter here from the Tigers. And the Miners, well, they're trying to keep themselves in at 2. As we said, Zach Dunmore was creating a lot of headaches in that first quarter. Preston Bungai is probably the one who's created a lot of headaches from the away perspective in that second quarter. But again, it's Bo Cossack who's been fantastic. Really wiping the floor. He denied Pozzoglu with a slam dunk and told him to sit back down. And he's really played all facets of that game too. He's taken a spell on the bench and thoroughly deserves 2 as we see Von Hoff, Wern, Gaze, Van Ryan and Bradbury on the floor there for the Tigers. And for the Miners, Crisp, Impey, Brooks, Gack and Sapwell. As we see Brooks with the ball over there, Crisp. Hands it over now in the corner to Sapwell. Gack from outside for 3, gets it to go in and puts the Miners back in front.
Big man with some range, huh?
That's the 5th league change to this game, Jay.
Yeah, it's a close game. This one's going to come down to the final minutes.
Van Rijn. Von Hoff. Over the Gaze. To Bradbury. That's beautiful from Bradbury.
Bradbury was like, oh, ball. Okay.
Don't think that was the intended shot there from Bradbury. It went in, though.
It was. You could see that's what he wanted to do with it. He was just surprised he got it.
There we go. 7th lead change now as Amos Brooks puts the Miners back in front by points. Van Rijn over the Wern. Wern keeps possession. Von Hoff. Felix is thinking 3. Missed on the 3 there was Von Hoff.
Too bad the rim wasn't thinking the same.
Sapper up the floor now for the Miners. Brooks. Gazy's telling the players hands up. Brooks. Impey. Sapwell for 3. Missed on the shot there. Mopped up by Gaze. Gaze was going to go Van Rijn. Thought, no, I'll go to Bradbury instead. Bradbury puts it in. And we'll go to the line for the
move if I've ever seen one.
And Bradbury can go to the line for the extra. As Chinook comes on for Gaze. And Bungai comes back on for the Miners. As Brooks will come off. That was interesting, wasn't it, from Bradbury?
Bradbury's a vet. Bradbury can play. He's just not the quickest. But he gets to the spots he needs to and does all the dirty work. In and out, does his work every night.
Tigers by 2. Crisp can tie things up. The rim had other plans. Down to the last minute 10. Wern can put it in. Make it 4 points.
Okay. That's a move.
46-42. Tigers with a small lead as we head into the last minute. It came off Van Ryan's hands. He puts his hand up and says, yep, that's me. And it'll be a Miners ball. Bungai. Gack from outside for 3. Hits it. Dean Gack. There you go. Cuts it back to a 1-point lead now in favour of the Tigers. Can Melbourne keep their lead heading into the sheds at half time? Von Hoff says, yes, sir.
It's a nice little turnaround by Von Hoff.
Here's Satwell. Tap in. Was no good there from Impey. Well done by Bradbury. And Wern.
That's really smart by Wern, though, to pull it out and know you can kill almost an entire clock. There's no point in rushing.
No. Van Rijn.
Right now, you just want one good shot, make it go up 5.
Or 6 if you go for 3. And that's what...
That's not the shot, though, but he did. It was end of shot clock. He had to take it.
Bungai to Crisp. block.
I'll have a strong, smooth, creamy latte.
Be your own barista at Coles Express. Award-winning Coles Urban Coffee Culture from just $1. Express yourself at Coles Express.
Welcome back to the NBL 1 action here at halftime. Tigers lead by 3. What's been an exciting first half, and the second half gets underway. Jamie Bean to rejoin me very, very shortly. Pozoglu on the wing. Bungai. The jump shot's not bad from Preston Bungai. Mopped up in the end by Von Hoff. And it's off to Werner Shahal, and away go the Tigers. Bradbury, Von Hoff, keeps it in. Did very well there, Felix Von Hoff. Over to Shahal. From outside here for Taj Shahal. Can he get to go down? Gack, can he keep it in? He can. And Bradbury intercepts. It's going to go back to the Miners in this one. 9:19 left in the third. In what has been an incredible contest so far. He's Hind, Pozoglu, Bungai, back to William Hind, Dunmore, can he get it to go in? He can! Then Dunmore draws his foul, gets the 2, and will convert for the extra very, very shortly, Jay.
Man got hops. That's all I got for that one.
It's
I hope Mason Gaze is all right. It looks like he took a knee into the hip, but damn, Drew gets up there. Dunmore even.
Zach Dunmore, quite second term, electric in the first quarter. Can he continue what he started in that first quarter for the Miners and tie things up here? Does so. We're in the gaze. Bradbury over to Wern. Michael Wern, easy as you like.
Michael Wern's got really impressive body control in the air.
Bungai, Gak, in, floats, can't get it. And it's a Tigers ball, offensive foul called in the end.
Taj Shahal took the charge. Okay.
Good to see Taj Shahal without the shoulder tape. He had the shoulder tape last week. I've seen him getting taped up pre-game last week, so it's good to see the tape's not on his shoulder this week.
Yeah, hopefully it means he's a bit healthier. Taj Shahal can play, and he's another youth leaguer. As Michael Wern knocks down a good triple. He's really out to win today.
This could potentially, and as we said, if the Tigers win today, Jay, this would probably put the Rangers on the bottom of the table in the men's, but also
would knock Ballarat out of playoffs.
Yep. Here's Wern. Oh, Michael Wern!
No, I'm not cheering for that. That skimmed the padding and jumped in.
That was incredible.
What's that old saying? A bucket's a bucket?
Yep.
Don't matter how you get it.
Margin at 7. Dunmore misses. And Michael Wern's away again. Gaze. Von Hoff. Back to Wern. Wern. Oh, missed on the shot there. Bradbury, can he get it? He can't. Mopped up by Dunmore. Bungai. And he turns that ball over. That's the third turn. That's the third turnover for the Miners in this quarter, Jay.
I definitely thought a timeout would be coming there.
Gaze for 3. Finish it off. Can't do so in the end. And William Hines telling everyone to calm down. Slow things up a bit. Pozoglu. Gak from outside. The triple's good there from Dean Gak.
Gak making up for a few of his mistakes.
Von Hoff. And Cossack's going to come back on the floor, Jay, so we might be in for more of the Bow Show this afternoon. Bradbury for 2. Got it in eventually.
And there's your timeout. But if you go in the Bow Show, you should get Bo on your show.
Should, actually.
He's a good personality, and he'd definitely be worth having a look at. And I'm excited to see what he has in a couple years.
Absolutely.
I agree with that timeout by Ballarat, though. Tigers are on a run, and you're seeing if you can settle it.
Well, the Tigers really just coming of age there a little bit, which has been good. 6 points to margin, 6.5 left in the third quarter. The Tigers look more hungry than what the Miners are. Like, the Miners got to realise, spot for finals up for grabs here. We get into this timeout even more.
Yeah, Ballarat really need to pull their head in. Just 1 second.
All right. I'll keep talking to myself, Jay, saying hello to a few people.
Sorry, one of my friends ran up behind me. Yeah, Ballarat have just... Their playoffs are on the line. As much as I enjoy the fight from Tigers, they're just fighting to get a win.
Yeah.
Ballarat should be fighting for playoffs. They really need to pull it together, and hopefully that timeout does it for them.
6 points to margin, 6:34 left in the third, and the tides turn a lot here in this game.
Momentum's a real thing, and right now the momentum before that timeout is all with the Tigers. Whether or not it stays, whole different argument.
Well,
let's see what they've got.
We'll find out shortly as Ballarat lands up to the front court. Dunmore gets it from Bungai. Pozoglu. Oh, Wern!
It's a great steal by Wern. He just read it perfectly.
Did well there, Shahal. Good thing about the Tigers right now, they're talking to each other. Cossack. Gaze. Tasha Hull. Devon Hoff. Felix for three. Oh, skimmed the rim. Heads to Pazoglu. Pungai. Dunmore. Kicks it off to Pazoglu for three. He misses on the
great
shot.
pass by him, though.
Oh, Wern. Just a bit more speed there on Wern than Bungai. Von Hoff hands it back over to Wern. And this is good here from the Tigers. Here's Cossack. Oh, spins 12. Gets it in.
Great take by Bo. And he's staying aggressive. And certainly for younger players, the more aggressive they stay, the easier the game is for them.
Well, we're kind of getting a read now of what happened after that timeout. The Tigers have still got that momentum a little bit here, Jay.
They definitely do.
Pazoglu had nowhere else to go there in the end. Gaze. Wern for three. Oh!
For the sniper, Michael Wern.
11 points now in favour of Melbourne.
Really is all the momentum, and Wern has stepped up and is carrying this team right now.
Dunmore, Bungai, Pazoglu, Gak.
Yeah. Wern mistimed it. He went for the strip and just missed the ball.
Whose shot's going to be for Dean Gak, but Ballarat, they're shell-shocked.
Yeah, they've been hit
That's all
by
you
a
can say.
truck.
Yeah. It's Wern's third personal foul too, so he'll come off for a spell. But Michael Wern has put on one hell of a show in this third quarter as Lockie Chinock is going to come back on. And as I said, Ballarat a shell shock right now. Gak gets the first to go down. Expectation was 90-minute drive down to Western Freeway, get the points, head back up to Ballarat tonight with the chance to play finals. At this point in time, they're going to head back up the Western Freeway knowing that they're going to be out of playoff contention.
So, long time to go. There's almost 15 minutes of ball left. Anything can happen, but the momentum is firmly with the Tigers right now.
It's like the Tigers at the moment, they want this more than what Ballarat do at the moment. And you can see it as Von Hoff draws his foul and will go to line for two.
It's a great take by Von Hoff. He used his body to protect himself. He's a massive body out
Absolutely.
there. And waited for him to jump into him. Realistically, he's got to finish that.
What do you think Luke Sunderland's got to do now to
Well,
get
he's
the
already
miners back?
burned one timeout. He really can't afford to burn the other, because if they do pull it back, you need timeouts in a late game.
He's going to be a little bit careful here because he's getting a bit...
Honestly, a tech there wouldn't be terrible, because, okay, you give up the tech, say it's 4 points.
Yeah.
But maybe it fires up your team, who look a bit shell-shocked.
Yeah.
You've just got to find fire from somewhere. Who wants to go out there and is willing to put it all on the table and see if they measure up? Right now, they're all just playing timid.
Lingard, Crisp, Sapwell, Bungai. Might use Gak as a moving screen there. Bungai keeps possession. Gak might have to go back there. The defense pressure is so good. Sapwell tried to go from long range.
He didn't have many other choices with 3 seconds left.
And the pressure defensively was good there from the Tigers. Van Ryn, Chinock, Von Hoff. Back over to Chinock. Might go in, does so. Oh, Lachlan Chinock.
That's just smooth. It's just smooth.
Sapwell, Bungai, Crisp, Gak, travel.
It's his second travel of the game.
And Amos Brook is going to come back on the floor. And Gak's going to come off, and Gak can't believe it. This has been a great third quarter here from the Tigers. Van Ryn. Cossack. It goes in.
That's a great finish.
Koschak can go now the line for the extra. And boy, imagine Tigers being 16 up with 3 minutes to go.
Hey, it's 15. Don't count your chickens.
Well, it's 15 at the moment, but
You've learnt about your commentator's curse, yeah?
yeah. If Koscheck can get this to go in, he does. It's 16 now.
And we got the Mario sound.
You wanted it back, you got it. Crisp. Lingard, Bungai, Sapwell needs a 3 to stem the bleeding. He does.
Big time hit and well needed.
Oh, 2 actually. So his foot must have been.
Either way, broke the drought.
And Von Hoff's going to line
It's
for the
a
extra.
late call, but I think it was actually the right one.
Von Hoff gets the first to go down. Margin at 14. $15 now, 71-56, 2:42 left in the third. Crisp, Lingard, Bungai. So momentum now still with the Tigers. The tap. Oh, Brooks tried to go with the tap in. It didn't work.
That was not what was intended, but it worked out very well.
It paid off for Lingard though, because he gets the 2 points for Ballarat.
And Amos gets the assist.
Van Rijn. Von Hoff. Von Hoff for 3. No good there. Lingard mops up. Margin at 13. He's Crisp. Bungai. Can get it to go. Crisp. Fake. Good work there. Salt the candy. Blocked by Van Rijn.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was happening with the move there. It looked too fancy and didn't pay off.
Here's Van Rijn. Koscheck. Von Hoff got it from Chinnock. Von Hoff can't get that one to go down. Crisp to Brooks, back to Crisp. David Crisp, can he get it to go in? He'll give it to Amos Brook, who gets it in.
It's a very good dump-off pass.
Koscheck. Van Rijn. Ooh, Shahal. Chinnock for 3. Well done by Lockie Chinnock.
I'm glad that shot went down just so Shahal can have the highlight. That was a beautiful split.
Margin at 14. 45 seconds left till 3/4 time. Bungai, Lingard, Crisp, Sapwell. Uses Brook uses well as a screen there. Mopped up by Lingard for 3. Gaze is not happy.
No, because it's only 11 points. As much as all the momentum is going with Tigers, they have not extended this lead much.
It stayed there. The majority of this 3rd quarter. Koscheck. Chinnock. The back door was open, and he opened it well. 13 points the margin.
But you are buying some valuable minutes with both Gaze and Werney on the bench.
5 seconds. Sapwell. Last points here. He hits the sign.
Yeah, they hit head to head.
Yep.
So you just hope there's no blood there. They're not in the bonus, so I'm pretty sure this is going to be out of bounds, not shooting. And Gaze comes in for 1.2 seconds. Good thing Felix has got a hard head. Go on, Tom. I thought I'd get a laugh out of you there, at least.
Negative.
Not as funny as I think I am, huh?
No, not at all. Long pass. It rolls in the end for Amos Brook.
Yeah.
And at 3/4
There's
time.
going to be some arguments there about whether the clock started on time, but by the buzzer, it got off in time.
So the margin at 11 points at 3/4 time. Ballarat have 10 minutes to save their season.
Just give it a second. There's going to be some conference here.
Now get your tickets out, get your raffle tickets out of your wallet, check your pockets and your phone cases as well. I've got the winning raffle ticket here.
Okay, I can hear, so I know what's about to happen. Points count.
So it's 11 points the margin, three-quarter time. As I said, Jay, Ballarat have 10 minutes to save their season.
They're only down 11. It's not that much. It's whether or not they come out of this fourth quarter break with some momentum. I don't care what it is. Somebody needs to step up and go, you know what, I'm going to go get a bucket.
Who's going to be the one to really step up? Who do you think needs to step up?
Well, I'm not sure what's happening with Nick or Dunmore, because both of them haven't returned in this third, and they're key pieces for this Ballarat team. You would be thinking they would be rejoining.
Yeah.
However, they're not taking the floor to start the fourth. Are they injured? Both of them can go get a bucket, so they're both needed. With this lineup out here, look for Cohen Sapwell to take over. He knows what's at stake. He's played high enough. He's going to try and get one. If I'm Gazy, I'm putting Mason back in and riding him. Give Felix a little break, and Werney needs to get back in this game. You're bailing time without your stars, but you need to finish this game off.
So we're about to start the fourth quarter here. 11 points the margin, 10 minutes left. The Gaze finds Shahal. Cossack.
Yeah, a bit of a bad pass.
And Chris.
That's sign number 8. I'm just glad he's okay, because there's a hard grandstand behind that sign that he
Actually,
hit.
no, it's number 9, because remember,
Yeah.
So
The record's 11, so we'll see how far we get.
we're getting close.
Especially in a fierce fourth quarter.
Cossack, I should say, getting the ball over now to Shahal, to Chinook. Here's Cossack. He's done well. Bo couldn't get it in. Shahal had the same idea. Sapwell said, I'm just going to try and get it in. It's come off Chinook's foot.
Yeah. It's the right call. As much as Gazy might not be happy with it, it's the right call.
Inbound here by Lingard to Crisp. Back to Lingard. On the wing here is Impey. Impey to Sapwell for 3. Sapwell.
It's a good hit by Sapwell. That cuts it to 8.
Game on again.
And Werney's going to return to try and settle the ship.
Shahal. Chinook. Missed on the 3 there. Lingard mops up.
Yeah, just didn't look comfortable taking that one.
Away goes Crisp.
I'm hoping Felix is going to return,
Sapwell.
but he is getting some treatment currently.
Sapwell, Brook, Impey, Lingard. They're all getting around the ball at the moment. Crisp over to Lingard. Over. Impey gets it in.
Timeout being called.
Cuts it back to 6.
There's a good timeout by Tigers. It's a momentum swing, and it's now back with Ballarat.
Gazy knows that the Miners have woken up in a big way, because they know that their season is on the line this game.
Sapwell's just stepped up and taken over, and he's leading from the front, as leaders of the team should.
6 points the margin. What do you think Gazy's going to say to the boys now to try and wrestle their momentum back?
Settle. They're trying to do too much too quickly while worrying about things. He's brought the stars back. Felix is back in. Werney's back in. Keeping Bo and Taj out there, who've both played well today. Go get 1 bucket and 1 stop. Eke it back out to 8. Do it again. Eke it back out to 10. And then you're at double digits and you're safe. But it's just worry about the play in front of you. Nothing else.
Yeah. We are about to start. Get out of this timeout.
How's the Waverley game going?
Tell you very shortly, actually, all thanks to the NBL One app, which is fantastic. If you haven't downloaded the NBL One app, what are you doing? Do yourself a favour. Please go and download it right now. 6 points the margin.
Not to put it any blunter.
Kilsyth is up by 6 at the moment, and it's a 2-point advantage to Waverley, 65-63. So Cobra's up by 6 against Frankston. Tigers up by 6 against Ballarat, and it's a 2-point buffer between Waverley and Ringwood. That game's going to go down to the wire. Wern. Cossack.
5 on the clock.
Shahal. Long. Clean. Misses.
Mason's got it.
Gaze mops up. Did well to Gaze. Finds Wern. Wern on the wing.
He's got 10 and an on-ball coming.
Cossack trying to use himself as a bit of a screen. Got back to Gaze. Gaze for 3. Can't get it to go
That
down.
could have been a needed bucket.
And away go the Ballarat Miners. Satwell. Missed it. The tap in fell there
Mason cleaned it up.
by Lingard. Gaze is away. Finds Von Hoff. Von Hoff going to try and get through a ray of traffic there. Ballarat again. Pressure is good. Crisp. Oh my goodness. Crisp, can he finish it off? He can!
It's a great move. And just a bit of a mind fart by some of the Tigers. And the lead's been cut to 4 with the free throw to come. And here come the veterans from Ballarat.
As we see Dunmore and Pazoglu come back on. Impey's coming off, and so is Satwell. Satwell's really asserted himself back into this game.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine this is going to be a long break for Satwell. It's to suck some wind and get some water.
As Crisp makes it a 3-point play. It's a 1-possession game. And Guy going to come back on very shortly. Luke Sunderland's going to trying to get back with the starting 5 shortly for the Miners to rally him to come back here. Cossack. Shahal kicks it off to Von Hoff. Word for 3. Misses.
It looked good. It's the story of this quarter for Tigers, though.
Brooke to Crisp. Dunmore. Brooke, Crisp. Shot clock at 12. Gaze. Can't believe it.
Yeah. Don't. That's 4 fouls on, I believe, Bo.
Boom, guys coming back on. Amos Brooke is coming off. What a game this has been.
It's certainly been an entertaining one. You can't walk away for a couple seconds, that's for sure.
Margin at 3. Possession with the Miners. 7:15 left in the 4th. It's 3 close ones in the NBL 1 Southeast Sunday. Lingard.
Great read by Mason. Couldn't hold on to it, but great read to pick off the pass.
Take 2 for Lingard. Crisp. Back over to Lingard. To Crisp on the wing. And Crisp going to try and go for the shot from the elbow. He misses the shot. Not a bad shot, though, from David Crisp.
No, it's the right shot. It just didn't drop.
Here's Shahal for 3. Touch!
2.
Oh,
That's his second toe on the line
that's
shot.
a shame. That is an absolute shame. So look,
But it broke the drought. And that's all you need right now.
Pazoglu, Dunmore. The jump up was not bad. Gaze read that beautifully. Von Hoff. Finds Gaze. Shahal. Cossack. Von Hoff going to go and go 3. Misses on the shot there. Not bad there from Cossack and Wern. Is Crisp. Crisp going to try and go for the floater. Misses on it. Try to tap it back to Dunmore. Felix had other ideas, Jay.
Yeah, they've just got to settle, which is what Gazy's saying. It's just get one good shot and go from there.
Wern did well. Oh, Bo!
Yeah, can't hold the rim to keep yourself up. It just jumped out.
He's like, I didn't know. Gazy's like, you need to put the ball in the hoop. And Bo's like, I didn't know.
No, he's saying he didn't know about the hanging on it being an offence.
Yeah.
Look, it just got mistimed. Unfortunately, you know, I'd rather have a fundamental layup than a fancy dunk. You just make sure it goes in.
Zoglu, Hine, Might get it.
Felix got the block there.
Did well there, Felix. Gaze. 5.5 left. Tigers by 5. They had a good lead as well, and it's shrunk back. Ballarat have been strong in this fourth quarter. Bungai.
Yeah, Wern's just got to convert one of those. They're good enough takes. Just got to make it.
Dunmore might make it a 3-point play. No, he won't. Von Hoff. Wern's having a quiet little conversation with Gazy.
Yeah, the only issue there is getting it over in your 8 seconds.
Mason loses it. Sapwell, he's going to make him pay. Does so. Hits the rim. The jam is good. And it's a 1-possession play now.
She's going to be picked. Oh, good hands by Shahal, because that really should have been taken away.
Heim was on his tail quite quickly too. Shahal was able to outmuscle him. Gaze. 4:40 left. Cossack gets it in.
Much needed bucket.
Oshchak gets that one. Makes it 5 points. Dunmore might cancel out.
It was a beautiful spin.
Over now to Pazoglu. He misses. Wern. Von Hoff might use Koshak as a moving screen. Opted to go to Gaze instead on the wing. This is good from the Tigers. They've been a bit more composed in this sequence. And Felix drops it, and there's sign number 10.
One away.
Dunmore. Over.
Short.
Sapwell. Misses. Wern's away. Offensive foul called on Michael Wern.
Don't get tacked. Yeah, there it is.
And we spoke to Michael Wern pre-game. He doesn't often get heated.
No, the text on Felix
it's
for
on
whatever
Felix.
comment he made afterwards. The body language and the tone, the vocalness weren't attack, but I don't know what was said from here. And Felix is very displeased. And that's a double.
He's been thrown out.
He's been double tacked and he will have to leave the building. He needs to leave quickly before it escalates.
Gazy can't believe it.
Neither can Felix.
This is the second time this season he's been thrown out of a game. This is unbelievable. This is... Felix is still going.
Felix has to leave.
Yeah.
And the ref has now come to explain to Gazy.
Bungai misses on the first. That's a reprieve there for the Tigers.
Well, seeing as it's 4 shots, which could possibly cut the lead to 1 or 2 because he's now missed the first one.
He gets the second down.
It's hard because different Vic leagues play different amount of tax for each shot.
Gazy can't believe
Shots for each tack.
Gazy can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Yeah, but once the decision's been made, you can't overrule it.
No.
So
No.
let's see how this goes.
As I said, this is the second time this season at its very venue that Felix has been thrown out of a game. The last time he was thrown out of a game, it was his last game before he went and filmed The Bachelor.
They just beat the clock there on the 5-second count.
Margin of 4 points. We're going to try and get our bearings back here. And the big
There we go.
story is
Yep.
one guy gets the 2.
No, that's an offensive foul.
foul.
No bucket.
That's good.
I know Taj Shahal is small, but you cannot just truck him out your way.
No.
You have to at least make an effort to go around him.
And that's Bungai's third personal foul of the game too.
Although this late, 3 should be okay.
Shahal, so The big story of this game right now is Felix has been double-teched and thrown out of this game. Shahal. Foul on William Hine.
Yeah, just a bit too aggressive. As we were saying in the first game, you can make the first contact, you can make the second, but when you stay making contact for too long, it will then eventually be called.
There's a lot of emotion in this game right now.
Well, the Ballarat bench just got given a warning to shut up, essentially.
That's the last thing that Ballarat need as well, is to be tech themselves. Kosciak gets it. Gaze.
It's needed.
Missed it on the shot. Bungai mops up. And away go Preston Bungai for the Miners. He loses the ball.
Great hands by Mason.
Gaze did well there. Shahal's going to lose possession. Hine.
This is turned very scrappy, and that's a great settle there. Still got 14.
Van Rijn. Raynor did really well there.
Raynor's got to go to the hole.
He's dropped it. He loses it, and it's going to go back to the Miners.
Ooh, there was a bit of contact in that.
4 points to margin.
And Werney's coming back in for Raynor.
Much needed. Much needed.
If anything, just for a bit of settling presence.
Let's go, Tigers. Let's go. Let's go, Tigers. Let's go.
Guy, Dunmore.
Let's go, Tigers.
Bazoglu.
Let's go.
Hine. Sapwell.
Sapwell tried to split it.
Kosciak trying to
Bongai's
get
got
it.
him
Bungai missed it. And it's gone the way of the Tigers.
And Nick can't believe he's picked up that foul.
That's Nick Bazoglu's first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's probably a well-deserved timeout.
Timeout. Can we take it? Can we get our breath back a little bit? Thank you.
Mate, I need to get my heart rate down compared to my breath.
That was nuts. It's 4 points, 2.5 left. 4 close games at the moment. You think this game's close? Kilsyth by 8, Ringwood by 2.
Yeah, that Ringwood one's been a battle backwards and forwards. And that's the KO Freebies game, is it not?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'll watch that one probably tomorrow.
Liam Ellison's doing a fantastic job on the call there down at Waverley.
I don't know if we go fantastic. He's all right. He's no Tomo.
I will say, though, Liam is he apparently got taken out of his seat to do some half-court shots at quarter time, he told me, at half when he had his half-time.
That's one way to spell embarrassment.
Apparently there were 3 air balls from what he said to me.
Yeah, it'd be like you shooting.
Yeah, probably.
Right, back to this. We've got
2.5
minutes. Ballarat have got 1 timeout, which you know they're going to save. And Tigers have got 2. I'd imagine if this goes to an even game, Tigers will take a timeout. They've just got to settle and find... With 2.5 minutes, they've got to find 3 buckets and 3 stops, and the game's done.
Yeah.
This is going to be...
a grand stand finish.
Yeah, and a fouling finish. There's going to be a lot of free throws.
Step back, sit back, relax, everyone. It's going to be a long
see who
2.5.
can make some free throws.
It's going to be a long 2.5 minutes. Hine, Shahal. Oh, Sapwell takes it out. Stays with the Tigers.
Good
through
deflection
Mason
by
Gates.
Sapwell. That one, the only chance you've got is to deflect it forward, so then you can run onto it.
Kosciak, who's been fantastic this afternoon. Shahal, Van Rijn, Wern.
8 on the clock.
6 now. Kosciak. Hands back. Van Rijn for 3. Air ball. Wern mops up. Good O-board. Shahal. Back to Gaze. 10 seconds on the shot clock here. Shahal.
It's good patience.
Here's Wern. Got to be good from here. Gaze. Can he put it up? Shahal for 3. Touch. Can't get it to go down. And Dunmore mops up.
But you killed almost a minute off the clock.
Minute 40 left.
You just need to stop here and you're okay.
Miners down by 4. Sapwell. Floater. It's in. It's 2 points.
You stepped up really well to finish this quarter. Or finish this game.
Gak about to come back in. Shahal with the ball. Tigers have had
Wernie's going to the hole.
Here's Wern. Much needed 4-point there.
And that's a needed.
Gack comes on.
That was a needed bucket. It was just a sub. In the last 2 minutes, clock stops, so you can sub whenever you need, essentially.
Gack comes on. Dunmore off.
Tigers, let's go. Let's go, Tigers, let's go.
Fine.
Let's go, Tigers, let's go.
Bungai. Pazoglu. Gack. Dang, what can he do here? He might have the ball
Mason
stripped.
Gaze
He
with the clamps.
Almost had the ball stripped there. Bungai, he's got to shoot. Can he shoot now? Shot clock expires, and a shot. And the Tigers get possession back with 55 seconds left, and they're up by 4. Timeout called.
That's a good timeout.
And the Tigers.
If I'm Gaze, I don't advance this. I'd try and burn a full 24.
And the Tigers did well there.
They did really well. And Mason Gaze did really well. 3-effort defensive stand from him. This is going to be a photo finish. Interesting to note, though, is Ballarat only have 3 fouls, so they actually can't foul to send them to the free throw line. They need to foul twice to do it.
55.7 seconds left. And the margin is 4 points. At three-quarter time, Kilsyth by 5. Hawks are up by 4, 89-85.
That's a high-scoring game. How long's left, though?
I'll tell you shortly. And here, with 55 seconds left, the Tigers are up by 4. This has been some sort of game. Speaking of games, the margin's 2 points with 30 seconds left. Hawks have possession. Back here though, Van Ryn, Shahal. We're going to keep across to both games in the last 50 seconds. Shahal, Wern. Gaze. Cossack. Van Ryn. Shahal. Wern. Can they get a shot here? Gaze, they're going to mop up, eat up as much time. Gaze gets it in!
It's a great take by Mason Gaze. And even better, they killed 20-odd seconds of a clock. The clock is not Ballarat's friend currently.
Sapwell for 3 misses! And that could be it! The Tigers are going to knock
Ballarat.
Ballarat.
To give.
And Ballarat might be knocked out of finals here.
Watch Ballarat instantly foul. The way you do it is you try and let them across half to get the steal, and you foul.
14 seconds left, and Ringwood are up by 1 point. Waverley just dropped the 3 through Koenig Drew.
We got 21 seconds with Wernie going to the line for 2, and there's a timeout coming from Ballarat if he makes the second.
We're keeping tabs on both games right now because of how close they are, Jay.
Over under, I'm going to say there's 3 more trips to the line here in 20-odd seconds.
Wern sinks it. 7 points the margin, 21.3 seconds left. Wern to try and get the second. Ringwood's at the line at Waverley.
Timeout.
Timeout called. While the timeout is called, we're going to keep our eyes peeled now on the game between Waverley and Ringwood. The Hawks are at the line 2 with 14 seconds there. And the margin's 1 point.
Trying to watch 2 games at once, are you, Tomo?
It's very hard.
Oh, no, don't do it to me. I won't be able to pay attention. I'm running off caffeine right now. If I'm Ballarat, I advance this ball and I run curls for Nick or for Cohen to get a triple. Make the triple, go down 5, instantly foul, take 0 off the clock. If you can't get the steal, run it again.
Oh, Waverley got teched in that game. Wing will get the points and they got possession back.
Interesting. Right, and we're exiting the timeout here, so we'll leave the Waverley game and keep you updated in the imminent free throw breaks that are about to turn up.
Yeah. Margins at 2 points.
There'll be no free throws if they miss this, but if they make it, they're fouling instantly.
Margins at 2 points there. Waverley and Ringwood are about to go back to the line for 2 more. Back here, though, at MSAC. Sapwell. 21.3 seconds. Tigers lead by 8. Lombor, Pazoglu, Sapwell. Gak, it's over! It's over now!
I've seen bigger comebacks, but odds on, yes.
Tigers are going to get their 5th win of the season.
But they've still got to inbound it. That's all you got to do.
Hines going to try and get hands the ball, can't do so. Werns is going to have fun with this here.
And they'll leave it there.
And the Tigers have won this one. And Ballarat, their season is over. You'd say at this point in time. The Tigers win by 8 points. Their 5th win of the season. Probably their best win of the season, you'd say. And Melbourne.
Playing spoiler.
And Melbourne have spoiled.
And watch Felix quickly run back in the door.
Has spoiled the fun for Ballarat here. But Melbourne get the points. Their 5th win of the season.
Right. Now you can tell me what happened in the Waverley game.
We're going to stay on air for this one because this is getting down to the wire here at...
Melbourne playing spoiler. When you can't win your own season, you might as well ruin somebody else's, right?
Absolutely. So we'll stay with it. 13 seconds left. The margin's at 4 points. Ringwood lead. Timeout called. They're going back on the floor. So we're not done yet. We're going to stay with this game because those who are watching us right now want to know what's happening in the Ringwood Waverley game. And that's going down to the wire physically right now. But, Jay, just a summation of this game really quickly as Waverley are about to inbound.
This game, you just got contributions from places you haven't had it before. You always kind of can count on Werney, Felix, and Mason to hold you over, but you got contributions from Bo. You got it from Raynor. Shahal put in some. It was the others that stepped up.
5.9 seconds left, and Clark's going to the line for 2. So if you can, head over to KO Freebies right now to watch the conclusion of that game between Waverley and Ringwood. He's been Jamie Bear and I've been Michael Thompson. We're signing off here. Melbourne win by 8, and Ballarat's season is over. We'll see you next week here for the final game at MSAC between Melbourne and Frankston.